Alright, I'm back on this channel, the latest SmackDown for wrestling and sports related content. Welcome, the AW here presenting the latest SmackDown. Yeah, very, very early for tonight's stream. Yeah, it's all about wrestling, episode 136. I haven't done an episode maybe in 2 months, so I'm back. My buddy Finbar is back. Finbar will be on soon. You know what? I'll send this link to Finbar. This is a better link. Okay, I think it's a better link. Hopefully, it's good to be back. I'm gonna get back to swinging things on this channel. Sports stuff is gonna come on too. All right, not just wrestling. It's gonna be both. And yeah, all right, but this is wrestling. It's all about wrestling. I'm your host. Like I said, make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below. Thank you. Yeah, I'm back. There's gonna be more content on this channel this week for sure. Okay. I'm letting you all know there's going to be 2 prediction shows, and there's going to be other things coming on this channel this week. Okay? Because I got a lot of things to talk about. Okay, with Finbar, I don't know when Finbar's joining. He's joining, but I don't know when exactly he's joining. I don't know if he's watching right now. Finbar is a little behind in the world of wrestling right now. So I'm going to do my best to catch him up to date. And I think he might know some bit. Okay, yeah. Well, he says he's coming. He's coming on. So he is a little bit behind. So I think he might be know a little bit, but I'll fill in the holes for him because, yeah, like you guys, he is a wrestling fan, and we're gonna try to talk much as possible before Raw. Okay. As well as tonight, couple more Money in the Bank qualifying matches are happening. Okay. We're going to talk we're going to talk John Cena. We're going to talk some AEW. We're going to talk some non-wrestling stuff. Well, we're going to talk all wrestling, outside and inside the ring. All right. Talk what's going on in the feuds of wrestling, things like that. We'll talk, obviously R-Truth, Cena. We'll talk what's next. The Seth Rollins, Paul Heyman, Braun Breaker Alliance. We'll talk that. We'll talk on SmackDown what the future of John Cena after R-Truth. Okay. We'll definitely talk that. We'll talk about this. We'll talk about Jeff Cobb debuting. I got some things to say about that. About Jeff Cobb. I don't like the fucking name. I think it's a terrible name they gave him. And I was very close to making a video on that Friday night on Jeff Cobb. Say SmackDown's already buried Jeff Cobb with the name. Here he is, actually. Here's the man of the hour, Finbar.
What's up, Adam?
and I look. Oh my! Look, this is bad. Here, let me edit this. There we go. That's better. What's up, Finbar? Finbar said
long time no see.
Yeah, it's good to you're back. I mean, I seen you in we've been chatting, just not talking live.
Yeah, it's been a while, man. It's been like it was from before Mania. It was the last show we did, right?
Yeah, together. Yeah, might have been like right after the Cena heel turn. Like I got the video ready.
It might have been, yeah. When was that again?
That was like
Chamber.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it might have been. Yeah, it may have been that long. It's a long time. And that's
definitely.
basically all. That's the last thing I watched fully.
So how
So,
far behind are you?
well, I know what's been happening. I just haven't watched anything. Like I know who the champions are. I know what's been going on. I just have not
Oh,
watched
okay.
any actual wrestling.
So okay. That's good. That's actually that's.
I forgot about Saturday night's main event this week, though. I didn't know about that.
Well,
And I know it's
people.
Cena versus R-Truth, right? Is
Yeah,
that right?
people look people. I know. Well, that's my main topic. Let's get it out of the way because I know Archer has always been booked as a joke and not something serious, right? All the time, like for years, right? But
Yeah.
I'm okay with this because look, if Archer wins the fucking title, I think it's the most shocking thing in the history of wrestling in 20 years. We beat Cena
Am,
for that belt.
am I
The
not
history of wrestling.
right? Am I not right in thinking it's non-title though?
Is it non-title?
I don't know. I thought I'd heard that. I don't know. I haven't been watching, so I don't know about what's happened on TV.
I'm
Maybe
not sure.
I'm gonna look it up.
But I'm actually pro of this because if you've been watching wrestling, you know R Truth is considered the biggest John Cena fan. John Cena is his idol, right? You know, R Truth is
Yeah.
crazy. He's kind of he's radical. He's out there, right? So it kind of makes sense. Like I'm okay with this. Let's see, maybe it is for the title. Maybe when is this one? The May 24th.
Yeah. It just says it's a singles match.
Can you imagine? You know, here's the thing. I'm gonna give R Truth a 10% chance he can win that match, just because there's no title on the line.
Nah, he's not gonna. He's not gonna.
I mean,
pin
he's
Cena.
not. He's not. But I'll give him a higher percentage because if it was a title match, it would be 100% Cena. I'll give 100% Cena.
Yeah. I mean, if R-Truth pins him,
Yeah.
then he gets a title shot.
Oh
Surely.
yeah. That's not happen. But I'm actually okay for this because of the story between Cena and our Truth, right? Like our Truth is considered his biggest fan and still believes in Cena despite his heel turn, right? He still believes in Cena, the innocence of Cena and all that. He doesn't. He believes this Cena he sees is not the Cena he still believes in that Cena that he worships is still there, right?
Yeah.
And
Well, I saw that clip from the press conference
yeah.
where he ate him through that table. That was quite good.
And the thing is, you know what's impressive about that press conference? He was buttering up Cena. Cena was actually smiling a bit with our Truth was saying, until he mentions about he can't wrestle the 5 move stuff. That's when Cena's demeanor changed to this because it was okay. Cena was coming was divulging back to the old Cena a bit because of our Truth praising him, and then our Truth had to say something stupid about he can't wrestle and that's when Cena went back to his heel character and put him to the table. And I'm okay. I'm okay with this match. Look, John Cena was never going to lose his title early. Okay, this early in his run since WrestleMania. Okay,
Should have
right?
been for the title though.
Yeah. Okay,
But
it could have been for the title. It doesn't matter. Still, title or not, he's not going to lose, right? It's
and
not like
I don't think the smile was. I think he corpsed. I don't think he meant to do that
no.
at the press conference. I think I think R-Truth's just one of these people that make people laugh.
I think he was trying to make Cena break. Oh,
He broke him.
yeah,
Because
he did break him.
the
He
laugh
did.
wasn't intentional.
Yeah. And then Cena's very good at getting back into character. It's very good. And I'm okay with this. It's Saturday's main event. It's not fucking pay-per-view. And it's not a pay-per-view, premium live event. Saturday's main event, it's a glorified house show. Really? It's a glorified house
Yeah.
show. Right?
I mean,
And
internationally, it's shown on YouTube.
really?
Well, I
Because
mean, how do you watch it?
we get the
Canada.
on. Was it NBC? NBC.
Did you get NBC in
here.
Canada?
Yeah, we get that. Yeah.
So internationally, it's live on YouTube for free.
It's the only WWE show we get on regular cable because everything else
Right.
is on Netflix. Yeah.
I didn't even know about the YouTube thing when when the first revival one came on, and I thought there was a chance that the title might change hands. It's like it's never going to change hands on YouTube.
He's not gonna fucking change that for our
And
truth.
not on free TV in the States either.
He's not gonna change that with our truth, man. Like, and people are having a problem because of our truth. But look, it's a 2-3 week build. The pay per view of Backlash is only 3 weeks later to Saturday Night's main event. It's like It's not a major story. It's something for Cena to do, and I bet you Cena. I think you agree with it. I bet you Cena is the one who wanted this.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I'm sure he did. I think he's getting his wish list for his last year
Yeah.
about who he wants to wrestle, and I
Yeah.
think
Randy Orton.
he's going to get to decide who pins him as well for the
Yeah.
title.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you, Red, for becoming a member to SmackDown Hotel again. Yeah. But yeah, who cares? We're not gonna expect a 10-minute match. I have no problem with this being a 2 to 5 minute match where John Cena basically,
Squash
let's
match.
see, yeah, like let R-Truth get some moves because you don't want to completely bury the guy, even though right. But like get him some moves, but end this match in 5 minutes, and what mini match? All right, that's it. Let's end this match in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Don't even make it the main event. Well, it won't be the main event because Jey Uso and Logan Paul
Yeah,
probably
Jey
be the main
Uso.
event. Yeah. This should be the opening match. No, maybe mid match. I don't know. Opening match? You want a 5 minute match to be the opening match?
No, I wouldn't have the opening match.
Yeah.
Not a Cena match.
Yeah, you don't really want a match that's you're supposed to get a book for 5 minutes to open up a match, a card, right? Doesn't really make sense, right?
Is there only 4 matches so far? Is that right?
Usually there is 4 matches for this show. Yeah, Jey Uso, Logan Paul, CM Punk, Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins or Braun Breaker, John Cena, R-Truth, David Priest, and Drew McIntyre. Yeah.
Right. Oh, the steel. Right. Priest and McIntyre's a steel cage.
I think Finn Balor, all this is leading to like eventually Cena's gonna drop it back to Cody Rhodes. I think he's gonna drop it back to Cody Rhodes.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
Like, where's he been, Cody Rhodes?
He's probably just getting some time off because he's had quite a long year. I don't think the fans would accept it going straight back to Cody. I think they would boo him. They were turning on him.
Yeah, because people are falling. The problem is people love heels now. They love that people turn on heels. They cheer for heels.
Yeah. But the question is who's going to take it off of them and when are they going to do it?
I'm just curious.
That's what I don't know. I couldn't even speculate at the moment because I think he's got a way to go yet before he drops it.
There's I know some guys like Sam Roberts have some theories how to do John Cena's final one with the title. I mean, like CM Punk, right? Because they have a history. And CM Punk did call him out on the Raw after Elimination Chamber for selling out to The Rock. I mean, there's something there. I mean, it's interesting. I would love to see actually a face CM Punk versus a heel John Cena. I think that could work. But I don't think CM Punk's going to take the title off him.
I don't know if he's going to finish as a heel, though. I think he's...
I don't think so either.
Starting to turn.
Yeah, but who's the right kind of heel? The problem is who's the right kind of heel that would force him to turn face? Is it somebody like Seth Rollins? Somebody like, I don't know. Well, that's on Raw.
I mean, on their own brand, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind having face people on Raw.
I would agree with Red. I would do that. I would give it to Drew. Let Drew take it off him.
But Drew's great as a heel right now. If he turns face, maybe.
No, he doesn't have to turn face. Cena can turn face, and then Drew can take it off him as a heel.
Yeah. Look, my problem with Cena is he does promotion. He's doing promotional work for some Amazon movie, and he's doing for the James Gunn show Peacemaker Season 2. It comes out, and he's not in character. I would love to see him in character while he's doing promotional work for his non-WWE stuff. It'd be so much better. Stay in character.
When does that come out?
Where's Peacemaker?
Yeah.
August 22nd, 24th, something like that.
Right.
There's a chance he'll lose it by then if it's SummerSlam. But
he's not really going to have to do much promotion though, because it's not a movie. Yeah. Right. So.
What he should do if he is still the champion, if he goes on like the late night shows, he needs to bring the title with him.
I think he will.
And you know what he
should do?
Most likely Jimmy Fallon, right? Because Jimmy Fallon is a wrestling fan, and I really hope he does an FU to or a Judgment Fallon.
He really should be taking it everywhere because he's the champ.
Yeah, man. That's what I'd be doing. That's what I'd be doing with this thing, man.
I think the company probably want him doing that though.
It's great. Great.
Yeah.
James Gunn is the wrestling fan. That's from what I'm hearing.
Yeah, but I would just like tell James Gunn to go fuck himself. I'd say I'm taking the title with me. Don't, like James Gunn would want him wearing that stupid costume. I'd be like, I'm not taking that. Wearing my hat, my jorts, and my t-shirt, and I'm bringing my
He comes out as
WWE
Peacemaker.
championship.
Instead, he wants him to dress as Peacemaker for a match. Can you imagine? The Rock comes out as Black Adam for a match.
That'd be good. Yeah, that'd be good.
All right. The feds need to stop being pussies and start preventing heels not turning face against other heels. Yeah, wrestling, the WWE has done a lot of heel face turns in the past few years. It's like every year at least somebody turns every year, or you have a switch face or heel. Like it's weird.
No, they have though. There was a time last year when Gunther, who did I think it was after. What was the one where it was Cody versus Gunther for that stupid fucking
Oh, that was
title?
like Saudi Arabia show or something like
Like
that.
Crown Jewel or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
When he got pinned by Cody, it felt like he was going to do a face turn there a little bit, and then I think when Braun Breaker lost the IC title to Sammy as well, that felt like he was going to turn face and he didn't. But they should.
I thought he's turning. I thought he's a face pre WrestleMania.
You could say that, yeah, going into it because he was the.
Yeah. Like,
well, he was in there with
two other heels.
You could say there was two faces and two heels going into it, and a heel won it.
But obviously, they had bigger plans, which I'm all
I don't
for.
I don't think him or Gunther, and it feels like they're not solo. Jacob Fatu is on the border of that as well from that part I saw of SmackDown. It feels like they may be trying to position him as a babyface. I don't want them to do that. I want him to remain heel, but be a badass heel.
They're slowly a turning babyface, right?
I hope not, though. I hope they don't. I hope they keep him a heel. But he doesn't. But he can be opposed to Solo. And
the thing is, he'd be better. He'd be a better babyface than Solo because I don't think Solo has the charisma, the chops to be a.
Yeah, I'm not saying turn either of them. I'm saying keep them both as heels, but have Jacob Fatu be the badass heel. I
don't even think Jeff Cobb could be a babyface either because the thing about Jeff Cobb is great in the ring, but what he lacks is what Jacob Fatu has.
I think Jeff Cobb is being just placed there as this muscle. Well, he's not even. Yeah, he's not going to be.
Wasn't that Fatu at one point muscle?
Yeah, but Fatu was a breakout star though.
Okay, we can't call him Jeff Cobb. We're gonna call him JC Mateo.
Is that what they're calling him?
Yeah,
like JC Mateo.
Yeah,
he's Italian.
He's not even Italian. I don't think Jeff Cobb's Italian.
No, but the name's Italian. Why don't they just keep Jeff Cobb? Why do they keep doing that?
Yeah, I don't understand their name process because they let some people keep their name and that don't let others keep their name. Like what?
Yeah, I know. Don't understand.
It's strange as hell.
Well, they give people names and then they go away.
Yeah.
Make a name elsewhere and come back with a name that they changed to. Like what's his name? Ty Dillinger. Do you remember?
Sean Spears, yeah.
Sean Spears. He came back as Sean Spears.
Yeah, it's like you don't remember that.
EC3 did that too.
Yeah. Yeah,
and maybe a few others. But they'll have people there for years and then randomly change their names. Like the Gunther one was a weird one because that was like he was Walter. I think he was a champion when he changed his name, right?
Yeah, he was Walter in NXT Europe.
But I think he had a hand in that though. He had a hand in the name change. And to be honest with you, it makes that name makes more sense as an Austrian.
Yeah.
Jeff Cobb's not going to do anything. I think he's there to make the numbers up that they lost when they lost what's his name?
Jeff Cobb's not even related to that family. He's no relation to the bloodline in any capacity.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to be because neither was Bronson Reed.
That's true too.
But he's like taking Bronson Reed's place.
I guess that everybody. I mean, they're not even Samoan, so even if they look somewhat Samoan, they're like, okay, you're part of the. We'll just build you as part of the family for some reason.
Yeah, Red, I'm well aware that his name was Sean Spears before he was Ty Dillinger, but what I'm saying is when he arrived in WWE, he was given the name Ty Dillinger. He kept it to the main roster and then was fired.
Cody Rhodes is actually the one that convinced him to come to AEW, right? Because they're friends.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure it was. Yeah, I think he was involved in hiring him.
Yeah. It's probably the reason he went back to NXT too, because Cody was there. Also,
Well, WWE.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah,
I think he went back because he realised that AEW was a fucking joke.
This man's gonna get mad now.
Samoa Joe would be good, yeah. Yeah.
It's like,
Samoa Joe should have
Samoa
been
Joe.
world champion. He was wasted in WWE.
Of course. I think Vince is just. I don't think Vince likes fat guys. That's why. And he probably saw Joe's fat.
I would have
Fat Samoans.
I'd have had him in the place of Solo. He would have been doing the solo gig.
Yeah, you know what? I don't even. This Soul Sokoa is still trying to do this thing, which is not really the bloodline thing anymore, but he's still trying to like have a family or whatever. Like it's not working anymore. Like the Judgment Day.
Where is the other guy? Where is Tamatonga?
Oh, one's hurt, and the
Tamatonga's
other
hurt now
one.
as well.
I don't know if that one's hurt either. He was there a couple weeks ago, but I don't know what happened to him.
He wasn't in the opening of SmackDown or whatever that
No.
part of the show, that segment was. He wasn't there, and I was thinking, fuck, is he hurt too? Like it's him and Camacho, whatever his name was. Because if they're both hurt, they're gonna get released. You know that, right?
Yeah. So like the Judgment Day, like I think I don't know if you agree. Like Judgment Day to me seems like they're on their last legs. And if I thought they were explaining that Finn Balor was going to turn face, but if you hear the reaction Dominic Mysterio's getting now, it might be more sense for Dominic to become the babyface.
Well, I don't know. All I know is I know that Dom won the title at Mania.
Yeah, but he's getting fan reaction. He's not getting that heat anymore. Right. You know the heat when they never let him talk. He's not getting that anymore. He's getting cheers and stuff like that now.
I always thought eventually he'd start getting a face reaction.
I think he's actually earned a respect because
he's decent in the ring, man. I mean,
yeah, he's got better in the ring.
Yeah. But what I want him to do is I want him to get on roids and bulk up, get a really big upper body like what Eddie Guerrero had, so he looks just like a big, tall Eddie Guerrero.
Or his father
starts coming out to the music and all that.
Remember his father at one point? WWE was like kind of jacked a bit, like a little bit. He had that voice bit.
Ray?
No, Rey Mysterio. Yeah, like he was.
Ray was always quite jacked for his size.
Yeah, he was. Not his WCW days. His WCW days, he was skinny as hell.
Yeah, because he never had them good roids like what you get at WWE.
Yeah.
He had the cheap ones.
What? He could ask Hogan for roids?
We could have, yeah.
Hey, Hogan.
These are the ones that work for me, brother.
You do a good Rey Mysterio voice.
Yeah, what was it he said? I was thrown off the roof, but I landed on a smaller roof. Do you remember that? Money in the Bank. But fortunately, there was a smaller roof just below the big roof. Well, thank God you're still alive, Ray.
Here's the thing. How low? Like, here's the thing. Could you still get like badly injured, badly hurt? Could you still die if even there was another roof there?
Yeah, if you fall on your head.
Yeah. But what did he land on? His back? Where did he land? Like, seriously? How high was that second roof?
It was never very well explained. Was it? But then that whole time was a bit crazy because it was COVID. So I think you could have legitimately just killed off characters and brought them back. I remember he had his eye poked out with a corner of a stair.
Yeah.
But now he has two eyes again. So what continuity we got here? The Gorilla of Destiny that's injured is Camacho. Tongaloa, red, and the other one, I didn't know.
I have
I
no
didn't know if
you
the other
think
one was injured or bench. The other one is Tamatonga.
I have no recollection of that. It's like what? It's like if I can't anymore.
But they did it to. They also did it to. Did they do it to Alistair Black as well, where his eye got poked out? Or am I
Yeah, yeah,
before
and
he
they
left?
kind of they continue that kind of on in AEW. His eye, he didn't
With the
have the eye
contact
patch.
lens in.
Yeah,
Yeah. Maybe he's come back with that same contact lens, right? I've seen clips of him.
yeah,
He's still got that contact lens.
and he's still with this because he's there with his wife. I don't know, how the fuck is Lena Vega not
That's right.
back?
Yeah.
How the fuck is that couple? Like they don't seem like this isn't
She's
believable.
she won the US title
Yeah,
as
and the US
well.
title is almost as big as her.
And I'm hearing that she's getting no reaction whatsoever. Is that right?
Yeah, Chelsea Green is getting a reaction because Chelsea Green is people like Chelsea Green.
Yeah, people would have been pissed at Chelsea Green losing that.
Mm-hmm. Just like Mia Yim gets no reaction either.
Yeah, these are so they shouldn't be pushing the title around that level. It should be higher than that.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Intercontinental title picture on the women's side. You got Becky Lynch in it.
Yeah, they should be
In
treating
Lara.
the US title with the same respect. I think.
Yeah, and you know what? I think they wore it with Chelsea Green because, like, I know Chelsea Green is supposed to be a comedy character, but she's really good in the ring, and it works for her.
She's
And
a legit wrestler.
yeah, she's right. And I think Chelsea Green, she would be a huge baby face whenever to turn her.
I don't know. I don't know if you want to turn her. I think she's better
Right
as a
now,
heel.
no. But yeah, you see this on the Raw side. You got, like people think WWE is burying Becky Lynch with her Intercontinental title picture. I don't think so right now because you got Rhea and Io right now with the main title, and Lara Valkyrie and Becky Lynch had an incredible match at Backlash.
So I did see it. So it was did you win clean? Yeah, is that right?
Yeah, Lara won clean, like with a.
Good on her. That's good. I'm glad they've done that instead of.
It was an incredible match. It was an incredible match, and Becky's always been known, even though she's always at the top of the card, but she's always been known on. It's kind of like Bailey because Bailey's been known to be, try to put others over to get people to build them up, right? Becky's
Yeah.
always been known to be like that. She's not like Charlotte, where Charlotte's like always has to bury somebody. Because if you watch a WrestleMania match of Tiffany Stratton Charlotte, that match is horrible.
I haven't seen it. I've heard though. I heard it was horrible.
It was horrible. Like that's the thing, the difference between Becky and Charlotte. Becky is willing to put younger talent over, despite being the top of the card at times, but she's willing to take a back seat to the main title picture. I'm pretty sure she'll get back in the title picture, like at some point, right? Like it's very early. I mean, you got to think about. We got Money in the Bank, then SummerSlam. It's very early for Becky right now. I'm sure she'll face whoever the champion is, at some point, right?
So that's the next one then. Yeah, Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. No. They have one in Saudi Arabia before. There's a show in Saudi Arabia.
Which one?
That's a good question. What's the name?
I don't think it is.
What's the name of the show? That's a good question.
Right, Night of Champions is in Saudi Arabia. Is that?
Oh yeah. Oh, Money in the Bank is in June this year. Wow.
So Money in the Bank comes before Night of Champions.
Money in the Bank is usually in December. It's usually in July, right? Usually.
I don't know.
Oh yeah,
They've
yeah.
been
So
they've been moving around. The only ones that really stay locked in is like Mania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series, and Rumble was always in January or February.
So NXT has their PLE May 25th on the same day as AEW.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Apparently there's supposed to be a draft. I don't think it's gonna be a draft, honestly. The Worlds Collide. That's
that's the one with AAA,
yeah.
right?
Alberto Del Rio.
Do you think?
As the
do you think?
champion.
So do you think Alberto Del Rio gets his title taken off of him here and then he gets fired?
I don't think they want that kind of attention with Alberto Del Rio, man.
Have they not signed him? I
don't think WWE will strip him, but I don't know. That's a good question.
So I don't know because I wasn't following it right. Is it the case that he was given like another contract along with a bunch of other guys,
I don't know.
or have they just bought that company and they absorbed the contract?
the thing about you know how Red always makes fun of WWE because of like the the PDF, all this stuff. You know, like because of Vince McMahon and all that. Man, Mexican wrestling companies, they're a lot more shady than
Yeah,
WWE. Fucking shady. They don't care. They don't care if you've done wrong, man. Um, right? They
yeah.
don't care.
They're yeah. There's a lot of dodgy characters.
Yeah, yeah.
You're saying Triple A's dog shit now, but Triple A partnered with AEW for a while, and Kenny Omega was the champion. So
Triple A is one of the biggest independent shows of the year. What's have every August or something like that?
yeah, it always seems a bit of a shit show though,
Yes.
doesn't it? Have you I've never watched the full show,
Yeah.
but from what I've seen of it, it seems a bit of a shit show. Didn't Rey Mysterio kill a guy at one of those shows?
Accidentally or something.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did, right? He fucking 619 the guy. So R.I.P. I don't know who it was, but they're always a bit. And I think
I,
there was a couple other things that happened as well, but I can't remember. A couple other bad things.
I love how Backlash Triple A says, "Yeah, we had the largest gate gate revenue in the history of WWE." Yes, because he raised the fucking prices.
Yeah. Didn't somebody get raped? Didn't somebody get raped at a Triple H show?
Yeah. Seriously, what else? Of course, you're gonna have the highest gate ever. You raise the fucking prices. Are you
Yeah,
seeing
they
the
had the highest
prices?
gate at
Yeah.
every show.
And WWE fans, hardcore WWE fans are nuts. They're willing to pay that. Did you see some of the packages for SummerSlam? You know what the perks they get? It's like 40, like possibly 30,000, 40,000. Who the fuck has that kind of money?
SummerSlam's a two-nighter, isn't it? This year?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be expensive.
You see, like seriously.
Triple Mania, that's what it's called. That's their WrestleMania.
Oh, plus SummerSlam's in New York also, so the city where the city is matters too, right?
Yeah.
Like New York is no freaking like New Orleans, where WrestleMania is gonna be next year. And why does New Orleans always get WrestleMania? Like,
Because it's warm, right?
yeah, but here's the thing about New Orleans. Sorry, people from New Orleans, but there's people that've been there. New Orleans is just not exactly a clean city.
I don't know. Never been.
Okay,
What's
I'm sure the
the
downtown area is much nicer than the outside of the downtown area, you know. But yeah,
so Money in the Bank's at that same place that the Netflix Raw was at?
yeah, it's in the Inuit Dome. That's the home of the Clippers, LA Clippers, the basketball team. Yeah,
Right.
Intuit Dome. I don't know what the fuck it's called.
I would have done it. I would have done it at a bigger place.
It's still better than the Lakers place called the Crypto Arena.
Arena.
That's where the Lakers play. You know, LeBron. Yeah, that's just it. Yeah.
So I must have missed this. How did Solo qualify for the Money in the Bank then?
Oh, I
Who did he beat?
don't remember everything else. He won a SmackDown, right? It was a SmackDown match, right?
Right.
But yeah, what do
Defeated
you?
Jim Uso and Ray Phoenix. Fucking Ray Phoenix has been getting.
Why did Phoenix should be in the Money in the Bank match? He wouldn't win it, but the acrobatics he could do in that match, like,
He got jobbed out at Mania though as well to
yeah.
Chad Gable.
I think they're not doing very well with Pentagon. I think the mistake is not putting them as a tag team together.
Well, I think maybe that's what they're leading up to, right? The way they're jobbing him out. They're going to lead up to
Yeah.
Lucha Brothers reunion.
Yeah,
I'll be in it.
yeah. I mean, they could both do individually fine, but I just think WWE would, the way they're producing him, the way they're booking him, be better off as a tag team right now. Because Pentagon looked kind of unstoppable for a while, but he's been losing as of late.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. I'm going to have a look. Who's the two? Who's the two tag champs?
Oh,
New
it's
Day.
Street
Right,
Profits.
so I think they'll reunite and go after New Day.
Oh yeah, well, Yeah, Street Profits are also the SmackDown.
Yeah, but
They
they
have
won't
a
go after them.
they have a title match next week on SmackDown. This week on SmackDown against Faxion, cut off from NXT. Then the Nathan Fraser and the other guy Axiom, whatever they're called. They just got caught up. They're really good in the ring.
Yeah. A-Kid, that is.
Yeah, yeah, that's what was his name in England, right, or Spain,
No,
whatever.
he's Spanish. I think he's Spanish.
But I think he's Spanish, but he made his name in like UK, right?
Yeah, in the NXT UK.
Yeah, yeah, and
They'll
they're really
they'll
good in the ring.
they're good, but they're not going to win.
No, not a SmackDown. Also, what do you like about Paul Heyman? Do you like the Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Paul Heyman thing?
So I haven't seen it, but there's obviously there's going to have to be another guy, right?
I don't know. I was
There
thinking
has
maybe a
to be.
tag team.
Nah, there has to be another guy there. And people are saying they reckon Sammy's going to turn on in this
Man,
Saturday night's main event.
if Sammy turns, he'd be the most hated guy on in WWE.
I don't really see why he would turn. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't understand either. But he's like the most. He's like the arguably the top three most lovable person in WWE as a face. If he turns, like he might be the most hated person. His turn would be worse than Cena, even though Cena's turn was after like 20 years, right? Because like Cena, some people saw Cena. Some people were like so because Cena was always booed at times, and some people saw Cena as a fake, but he as a fake, right? Right?
Yeah.
They don't see the Cena the same way they see Sammy. Like they think Sammy's authentic, right? So if he
Sammy was a
turned,
heel for a long time, but he's
he was a
not.
good heel. He was a
Yeah,
good
but he
heel.
was a bit of a joke as a heel. You know, like he was
Yeah.
a bit weak. So I don't see him as part of that trio if he reverts back to that weak heel persona. He should be somebody else. It should be like Drew McIntyre or something.
It doesn't make sense. They told him to go to SmackDown. They basically warned him, right? We don't want to hurt you, Sammy. So go to SmackDown. Paul Heyman has guaranteed a title match against John Cena if you go to SmackDown, right? He got his ass beat for it because he said no, be a coward, right? I don't see how he turns heel like on that, like turn heel after that. Like it doesn't make sense.
It didn't even make sense as a face that he turned that down.
Yeah.
Like, why would you turn down a shot at the WWE champion? You would have to be fucking stupid to turn that down, and he did. He turned it down.
Oh,
For
because
what?
you want to know something? Baby faces tend to be be really stupid in WWE wrestling.
They've got to stop that. They've got to start making
Yeah.
them like
Go.
crafty and a bit heelish.
Yeah, right. And the thing about it's one of the criticisms a lot of people have about babyface is that they think they're more brave than intelligent, right? Right?
Yeah, that's why they get booed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would make them a bit of an asshole. The way Austin was, right?
I
In his heyday. Like Austin wasn't like he was
perfect.
never like a proper full baby face.
The perfect guy for that would be Kevin Owens. He could be like that.
Yeah, but they had him like that for a while, and then they turned him.
Yeah. Oh, he's hurt now. He'll be out for some time.
Yeah, which I thought it was a work. It was wrong.
Me too.
Yeah. And then he ended up
It was real.
because his match that he was going to have with Orton ended up going to Joe Hendry. So
And people thought Joe Hart was getting buried in that match.
well, he did. He got beaten 3 minutes, right?
Yeah, but you got a WrestleMania moment in front of a crowd to get to wrestle against somebody like Randy Orton. I wouldn't necessarily call that bury the guy,
No, not really. When you think about it, like
Yeah.
they're kind of showing you where they believe TNA's level is.
Dude.
TNA's level is like it's not even NXT. It's low.
I don't even think it's them to promote TNA. I think it's just WWE. Yeah, we're gonna sign you when your contract's up. Is it guaranteed? Is it guaranteed? I think it's already committed. He's gonna sign with WWE once his contract's up with TNA.
I think what it is they really like him. They're high on him, and they
Yeah.
wanted to put him in front of all them people, but they
I
didn't want
think
to. He's not got a
Alan
lot of moves, right? So he's never going to do a
Yeah,
15-minute match.
that's one. Yeah, so I also think like I don't know if it's contract tampering, but I think there's like secretly a verbal agreement between the two sides, WWE and Joe Henry. Like when Joe Henry's contract up with TNA, He's WWE bound.
I honestly got a feeling that they're just going to go ahead and buy TNA.
I'd be
They
like
may as
Jeff
well.
Hardy's there, an old Jeff Hardy.
Well, they'll be on the way out anyway. Like Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy are like
Dolph Ziggler
literally on the last legs.
Nick
Dolph Ziggler got suspended though,
in TNA.
right?
I think so.
He's not active on the roster at the moment, right? He got suspended for
I
something.
don't know. I've been paying attention, but if
I
they'd be
read
like,
that.
you're getting back to Dolph Ziggler. You're not Nick Namath anymore. You're Dolph Ziggler.
No, but that's kind of weird in itself. So if those guys like Elias, he showed up on NXT
Yeah,
recently, but
and
he
he's
was
like,
using his TNA name, which is
He's like, you want to walk with
kind of weird.
Elijah? Oh my God, he said, I watched that episode. It
Well,
was
they're all
so
going,
weird.
"Oh, walk with Elias." And he goes, "It's Elijah."
Like, it's too bad Kevin Owens wasn't there because I don't know. Because remember a couple years ago they had like that who's that guy that Elias is playing? Not Elijah, but who is that guy?
His twin brother
Yeah,
or his younger brother,
Ezekiel.
Ezekiel.
I think I saw a post like a week ago after his debut in NXT as Elijah of somebody on X showing Ezekiel, Elias, and Elijah.
The three of them, yeah. They did good with that because they had them clean shaven, and then in like the next scene, it was like they full beard. It's like, how the fuck have they done this?
It was brilliant. It was brilliant. So
is Nick Nemeth suspended? Red? Do you know or not? I heard he got suspended, and so did his brother. Or am I?
His brother, I don't like his brother. I don't know how he fucking got into AEW in his first place.
Well, because he's brothers with he's brothers with Nick Nemeth. That's how he got in. Nick nepotism.
Nick nepotism. So you're aware of the WWE releases, right? So
yeah, the most recent ones, yeah. The Braun Strowman one was a surprise, I've got to say.
You know what I think they say about Braun Strowman is? I think it's because he can't move as well anymore.
Yeah, he looked like he was fucked.
Yeah, and they're paying so much money for him, right? And why the use out of him. And look, he's done a good job of getting Jacob Fatu over. People like that and Bronson Reed. But I guess as he gets older, your body obviously doesn't. Your body doesn't get better if you get older. It goes the opposite direction, right? Usually, right?
Yeah.
Especially with
when you're that size. I think when he's the size he is, I think his knees and stuff are starting to feel like his
honestly, honestly, he's considered a monster among men. But there's other wrestlers on the roster now that are just as big, and actually have better personality. Like Damian Priest is almost as big as Braun Strowman.
It's tall, it's not as big as Braun Strowman.
Yeah, but Damian Priest has personality. Drew McIntyre has personality.
I don't like. I gotta say, I don't like Priest's personality. I think he's a bit shit, especially as a babyface.
He's a good wrestler, though.
Drew McIntyre, though, I like him. Of course.
I'm just saying, like, he's considered a monster among men. I'm like, yeah, but there's guys that are like almost your size or maybe a little bigger, and just, you're not really that a monster really anymore. Okay.
Yeah, I think he is going to retire. Red. I don't think he's got a lot of mileage left in him.
Yeah, he's not going to go AEW. They'll butcher him in AEW. They think they all do big man.
Nah, if he's going to go anywhere, it would be like TNA.
Oh, he may. Yeah, he is a surprise. Corey J to me was a surprise.
Nah, I don't think any of them really, other than Strowman, was a surprise to me.
I'm gonna try to get Corey Jade for an interview. We should
That's
try.
not happening.
But I like Corey Jade. I thought she was gonna do something. Dakota Kai got released.
Well, Corey Jade is going to do something. She's going to do OnlyFans, and that's really all she should be doing.
Yeah. Dakota Kai got released. She's gonna be a high.
Again, not a shock. She wasn't getting. See, she
gets hurt.
Okay. I would give her the US title, Dakota Kai, before I would have given it to Zelina Vega.
The thing is, they know she's good in the ring, but I think they're concerned about her proneness to getting hurt.
Yeah, but I
Right?
mean, she wasn't. She. It's not fair to say she was on the inactive list more than the active list, right?
Mhm.
That's like what's her name? Tegan Knox was like that. She was
Hurt
always
all the time.
fucking injured, right? And they had to let her go.
Yeah.
But I don't think Dakota Kai was injured all the time. She was. She, to be fair, she had a couple of times when she was, but she wasn't like. You could argue that, like Asuka
She
is the
has
same
had
at the
like
moment.
she has had like long term injuries like Tegan Knox, but it's more like short term injuries. But she had more injuries like in Tegan Knox. So Tegan Knox had
Well,
more serious injuries, I would say.
yeah, she was really
Or
unlucky
an
because
ACL.
she popped both knees, I think,
Shut up, Red.
separately. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot.
And I'm not surprised Shayna Baszler got released because I know a lot of people were like upset how they treated WWE roster and Shayna Baszler. You have to understand Shayna Baszler's boring on the main roster. She's one of those UFC fighters. She's good in the ring, but she's one of those UFC fighters that have no personality. She's not like Matt Riddle, Brock Lesnar that have personality. There's some MMA guys that MMA women and men that go into WWE that have personality. Shayna Baszler had none of that. Because that tough girl act from the UFC octagon kind of thing, we've seen it a lot. We've seen it
Yeah.
a lot. Okay, it's not new. It's not
I'm
new.
actually more surprised that Zoe Stark never went as well.
You want to hear the hot take? I don't like this woman too. Wanda Rousey had more personality than Shayna Baszler.
Who?
Wanda Rousey.
Yeah, that's fair to say. Fair enough.
I'm not surprised. And Shayna Baszler, there's look, nothing against women or anything that, and there's SJWs blaming not blaming age. Not blaming age is the reason for Shayna Baszler has been released. She's 45 years old. Okay, yeah, for women it is different, guys, compared to men. Okay, um, you have younger and more talented superstars in the business, especially the women's side. You have to think this. Yes, women want equal rights to men and stuff like that. The problem is, it's what a man can do and a woman can do. They can't always do the same thing.
Can't
I'm
ever
saying-
do the same thing.
It's a fact, right? It's our bodies are made.
Well, yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, like, we can't have, right? We're men are generally meant to be stronger.
Yeah, I didn't know she is a bit of a unit, but I didn't know she was 45.
Yeah.
I think we're getting further and further away from that 4 horse women versus 4 horse women match.
Here's a shit basis to do. Because here, that stupid team of Death Riders should get rid of Roderick Strong's wife, who can't wrestle for shit, who is friends with Shayna Baszler, and replace Sarah with Shayna Baszler. Okay?
Is that Marina Shafir?
Yeah.
Well, who's the other one? Who was the other?
Jessamine
Who was the
Duke?
4th woman?
Yeah, she doesn't do it anymore.
Jessamine Duke, is that her name?
Yeah.
She's retired.
Yeah, she she does streaming video games all the time now. That's
All
her
right.
career.
Well, that's
And she sucked too in the wrestling ring. I remember years ago, people were popping the 4 horsewomen of WWE versus the 4 horsewomen of the MMA. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
two of them can't wrestle.
it's not happening now.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's gonna happen, it's more likely to happen in AEW now.
Becky Lynch is Sharper ain't going to AEW. I can tell you that. Bailey maybe. Bailey, there's a better chance Bailey will go to AEW than those two.
Yeah, but I mean, what I mean is more of them will be over there than are
Yeah.
over in WWE.
Yeah.
So it's not happening, especially
I'm
with
not-
Shayna Baszler at 45 and one of them
I'm
retired.
not so sure if Sasha Banks or Mercedes Moné is AEW long term either. You know, there's
I think she's on a lot of money. I don't think she's going to move anywhere.
yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised. It tend to be a lot of WWE wrestlers that went to AEW end up coming back to WWE. I wonder why. You know,
Yeah, but Sasha Banks was a bit vocal.
Sasha
about-
Banks is scamming people. Okay, like
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
you know about her scam,
I've
right?
heard of a scam. Yeah. I think it's more, to be honest with you, people who pay for that stuff are the stupid
And
ones.
Sasha Banks doesn't like her fans. Okay, she's not particularly a nice person. That's what I hear.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, she's a little bit of a bitch. Let's be honest.
Yeah, she is. All right.
She ain't no Bailey.
No, because she got smooth matches in the ring. Like Bailey is smooth in the ring, and I think Bailey is deserves more credit than she gets. Bailey
Yeah,
would be when she retires. She'd be a fucking great teacher to teach young women in wrestling. I think Bailey would be perfect at that because
yeah,
she knows psychology.
yeah. That's probably a good shout. She'll probably be coach.
Yeah,
She'll probably be doing NXT.
yeah, yeah. So like in other releases, Tony, our buddy Tony's favorite girl has been released. Katie Dolan.
Oh yeah, but she been getting used. None of them shocked me.
Yeah, but
None
Katie
of them.
Dolan's so hot, man. Like, they could have put her on the main roster, you know.
But she linked up. I think she linked up in AEW.
Oh yeah, I think he is her.
Or
She
she'll
may end
just
up at TNA.
swap back into the Indies like she was before.
And then who else? Who else got released? Oh, the tag team. What's the tag team called? Katie Kazero and that other girl, Katie Carter.
Yeah,
The kids.
again, they were fucking nobodies. It's like nobody cared.
They don't like kids. They're so short.
Well, they were
You
also
know.
crap as well. They came out to no
Yeah, they
reaction.
were.
They were
You know
very,
how we
very
make fun of. You know we make fun of Roxanne Perez being a kid.
yeah.
Like, these two look like kids.
Yeah.
Spec- Specific
But they were
Casey,
a bit
right?
who's the black one? What's her
That's
name?
Katie Carter.
She was a bit chunky as well as being short, so
Yeah.
the other one was a bit skinnier. But no, they
I
were
don't,
just like they were just so basic. They had no reaction. Nobody cared.
here's here's the funny thing though. I'm starting to dig Roxanne Perez. She's comfortable now. Like she's finding something that works, and she's really, really good in the ring. but,
Yeah.
but Julia's a SmackDown superstar now.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have teamed her up with Roxanne. I would rather go singles.
No, no, I agree. But SmackDown just got more, Jack better on the female side. Julia there.
I
That's
think
really
you saw that coming though, right when she lost her
also
NXT
the
title
hair
so
color.
quick.
Yeah. The title obviously is a main roster thing. Like, because I was surprised they would have her lose the title so quick. I'm like, really? Not even half a year, and have her 2 months. And then obviously, I think it was obvious too. She was going to join SmackDown because her hair is blue. It'd be really, really weird if you're on the wall. If you're on the wall brand with blue hair. I mean,
Nah, they've done it before.
I know, but maybe Becky
They've
Lynch should
had
go to SmackDown with blue hair.
they've had Kane on SmackDown, right? They should have
Yeah.
changed Kane's costume to.
Did Kate one time wear a costume with the blue flame?
I can't remember. We might
I
be
don't.
thinking of a different Kane, one of the clones.
I know in the video games, you know, some of the video games back in the day, you could change like the color of the costume. I'm pretty sure Kane had like a blue flame, blue and black, and the flame was blue.
I don't remember.
I
Don't
fucking
remember.
hated Kane. I fucking hated Kane with the tank top. He was supposed to be scarred and burned, right? And they kept the complete. The thing with Kane, over the years, they completely kind of. I wouldn't say they buried him, but they buried him because they got rid of the whole mystique of Kane, right? It was all. But the idea was for him to be emotionally scarred, right? Not physically scarred. AEW.
No, they said he was legitimately physically scarred at the beginning,
Yeah, they lied.
and then they just dropped it because they had to unmask him, and when they
and then they,
unmasked him, they didn't have
and
enough
then, and then they made
makeup on him.
and then they try to make us believe that he's the fake Kane and Luke Gallows is the real Kane.
Was that what they were doing?
Yeah, at one point. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but they're all
You remember
admitting it now since he's now like in
Remember the,
politics.
remember the Undertaker versus Undertaker? They're trying to do that with Kane also.
Yeah.
It fucking didn't work. It's the May 19th thing. What else is there? Oh. I'm starting to look. I know you like Ricochet, but Ricochet's a complainer, man. Ricochet is a bitch about everything. Everything.
Who likes Ricochet? Red?
Ricochet.
I'm
Yeah.
not.
Because he likes everything on.
He was another one that we wasted. And I don't know what they're doing with him in AEW, and I don't particularly care. But
King used to be a
he
dentist.
did, yeah. Isaac Yankum DDS. That's right.
He also used to be the fake Kevin Nash, Diesel.
That's right. Yeah, he
Remember
was. What was the obsession with doing these fake guys?
Yeah.
And there was a
Oh my
fake
god.
razor.
Yeah.
Wait, was Kane the fake Nash or the fake razor? Who was the fake razor then?
Some guy I never heard of, like Rick something. Rick something. I don't know. Yeah, but he was the fake Nash. Yeah.
We'll
It's
find out.
horrible. It's horrible.
Oh, Rick Bogner. Yeah, I
Rick
remember.
Wagner, yeah. So I was about to say like Rick Booze, but that was like the wrestler. You know, the guy that has that weird high pitched voice. I knew it was something like that.
But they should never have replaced Big Sexy with Big Ugly Kane.
And you know,
They used the wrong guy.
Chip White, that's funny. Chip White's big nose fumble Ricochet. That's good. Thank you for the super chat. That's funny. You know what's funny? Like, I like how the story Nash and Hall. I mean, not rest in peace Scott Hall, but I think the story Kevin Nash tells him how the WCW people saw this and they look at Nash and Hall and they were confused and they end up getting more money out of it because they're afraid. They were scared. Like this is like, remember that? That's the story they told them. They got like they kind of basically they were in WCW for a couple months, right?
Uh-huh.
And it was just a few months after, right? A few months they WWE decided to fake Razor, fake Diesel, and WCW was watching that, and they restructured the deals with Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, and good on Kevin Nash and Scott Hall because they could have said, yeah, that's not us, and he could have got nothing, no raise, but good on them.
Yeah, they did well with that move. And I remember hearing, I don't know whether it was on his podcast or not. I remember hearing Nash talking about it.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
They were like, they couldn't get more money than Hogan.
Yeah,
but so we asked for like $1 less than Hogan or something like that, right? Do you remember?
Mm-hmm.
So they did good. They did. It was a good move.
I like Hogan's excuse for why he got booed in LA. He got to the NWO, like LA didn't like the NWO. What the fuck? Last time I was in LA, I was in the NWO. Like what?
What are they? What is it they're doing? Him and Bischoff.
They're starting a new company. Yeah.
Fucking hell! Really?
Is he getting hire any black wrestlers?
Well, surely it'll end up being Hogan as the champ, right?
Hogan is the champ, like a 70-year-old.
Hogan can barely walk.
Hogan versus Ric Flair for like the 100,000th time. Because they work at Javon deleting his. Oh wait, Javon deleted his Twitter. I don't see what people see in Javon. I just see an athletic guy. Right, that's it.
Who's Javon?
The guy in the NXT they're kind of pushing hard.
All right, I'm not really watching it.
I haven't watched NXT that much either, but I gotta kind of have to for NXT Battleground, I guess.
How did Ricochet get him to delete his Twitter?
They were having a fight.
Did he say something he shouldn't have said?
No, actually, Ricochet just responded to a fan tweet.
All right.
Okay, about Javon. Okay.
Yeah, everyone in NXT taking a social media behavioral class. Is that true?
I don't know. I didn't hear about that. Bad news, Finbar. Darby Allin made the top of Mount Everest.
Who?
Darby Allin.
All right, he didn't die. He's probably more disappointed in that than the fact that he made it. So he summited it.
Yeah.
Really?
Apparently.
I've been to Mount Everest. Have I told you that?
Yeah, but you're a better conditioned Darby Allin, man.
No, but I never went to the summit. I went to base camp. I've got a photo. I can show you.
If you want to, sure. Darby.
when I was younger, in my younger days. No, he'll be is he done? Is he on his way back then, or what? Is he still up there?
I don't know if he's still up there, but he posts a picture on his Instagram with an AEW flag at the summit at the top.
Right, because getting to the top doesn't mean it's over, right? You have to get back down.
He's gonna get down. He's not gonna climb down. He's gonna jump down. If that's possible.
Yeah, he'll coffin drop off the top. straight through the ladders on the Kumbu Icefell. Look that up. You can look that up. Straight through the ladders, right down into the ravine, and they'll find his body frozen in 50 years, like Captain America.
Oh my god!
Mount Everest is all elite.
Mount Everest is all elite.
I'll make you a graphic.
A double or nothing. Oh no! The next people live event for AEW. They're gonna have a match at Mount Everest
against Mount Everest.
Against Mount Everest.
I'll quickly do. Yeah. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard.
He barely made it to the top. Yeah, it's because he's small and skinny, and his body is probably, his immune system is probably weak. His bones are brittle. All that. The guy's gonna die in a wrestling ring. Darby Allin.
Or he's gonna die on the way back down.
Darby Allin reminds me of Dynamite Kid. That's his career is gonna be.
Not really, no. Dynamite Kid was a really good technical wrestler.
No, but what I mean by Dynamite Kid, his style of wrestling eventually got him to a wheelchair. That's what Darby Allin's gonna do.
But that was back then. But they were all nuts back then, man. They were like,
Darby Allin. Yeah, look, Darby Allin. I mean, no, Dynamite Kid was a great technical wrestler, but he was a piece of shit human being.
Oh yeah. Well, he's a bad one. He used to beat his wife and all sorts.
Yeah. And Darby Allin. I mean, I'm not saying Darby Allin is I'm just saying Darby Allin's doing stuff is probably not going to be good for him, and that's why he's never going to WWE, because you're going to tell him to tone down the shit.
Nah.
The problem with AEW, I like AEW. Don't get me wrong. Some people think I don't like AEW. I like AEW. The problem is they do all these crazy stuff in the ring, all these crazy moves, every Dynamite or Collision. WWE doesn't do that. They save the crazy spots mostly for the PLEs. Mostly. Right? Because WWE is about creating a bigger moment. AEW building up to a bigger moment, right? AEW is about creating that big moment all the time, every week and every show.
They would have fucking, like Saturday Night's Main Event. They would have Darby Allin jumping through the roof to his death on that show. You know what I mean?
Darby Allin ready to refuse. Yeah, WWE does do crazy spots. What are you talking about, man? They do. They do. We got.
Sorry, I had an intruder.
So we did make it. Mount Everest is all elite.
Huh? Who did it?
Some guy named GB Fly. Yeah. Check it. It's in the Wrestling Palace group.
Who's done it?
Yeah, Red posted it. Oh, so I don't know if you guys saw that YouTube video I posted in the thing. This is in the group. John Cena was a psychopath with Total Bellas. I mean,
No.
Total Bellas on Total Divas.
No,
that reality show. You know that reality show WWE used to do with the Divas years ago?
Yeah.
John Cena was really a psychopath.
Well, yeah, no, I saw clips from it where he was like, he's like, don't use the kitchen and fucking. Yeah, he was like, you couldn't live with that guy.
Yeah.
But I thought
How?
that's how he really was.
You think that's how he really was, or is it just like the producers telling him to
No,
be
no,
like that?
I think that's how he really was.
Like, why? Was it like, why are so many damn fucking rules? He's like a fucking fascist or something? Can you imagine? Can you imagine if they could work it? I wonder how this guy is on set.
No,
Of fucking,
he was just obsessive compulsive. That's what it was.
oh, yeah. Then he says some really stupid, hurtful things. Is he like Daniel Brian Danielson, like with his face reacting to Cena? Like, what?
Yeah. Well, you can tell which one of them was really bad when you see which one is still married to one of them twins and which isn't.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
It's like, I don't want kids. And, like, okay. You told, oh my god, John Cena. I want to know what James Gunn's like on a set of a movie or a TV show. It's like, don't come with my trailer. I only want green M&Ms.
Who, Cena?
there better be 50 green M&Ms here. And by the time I'm back, there better still be 50 green M&Ms here, so I can eat them before I go to sleep.
I've never understood anybody who wants M&Ms separated by
I
colour. You
know.
can't tell the difference when you're eating them.
I know. It tastes the same, right?
Yeah. I mean, there is no flavour difference. It's just colour.
Yeah.
It's faster getting down Everest. On average, it takes less than half the time. Well, of course it does, Red, because you're going down.
But you know what they say? Going down is a lot harder because the impact going down is a lot more dangerous than going up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is tough going back when your knees are shot, man.
Breaking news: Darby Allin has accidentally fell off the summit of Mount Everest. AW likes to.
No, not the summit. Not the summit.
What?
When he gets to the Khumbu Icefall, if you look that up.
Oh, breaking news! Darby Allin has tragically passed away by falling off Mount Everest. We'll just say Mount Everest in general. We'd like to send our condolences to his family and friends. Can you imagine?
There's a part. Hang on. Tab. That one. Look at that. That's part of it that you've got to negotiate. That's the part he's gonna jump off the top, coffin drop through that ladder, and then into that cavern. Because if you fall down there, you're fucked. You're dead.
Yeah.
And you've got to cross that both ways, there and back.
Oh man.
Fucking dangerous, man.
Yeah, well, dangerous and Darby Allin go hand in hand.
Yeah.
That's Darby for you, man, guys. I mean, look, I'll give him guts. I'll give him guts. I'm not gonna give him my guts, but I'll give him that he has guts. But this guy is gonna kill himself one day, and if Mount Everest is not gonna do it, it's probably gonna be through a fucking wrestling ring. It's gonna, right?
Well, so Everest is the highest thing you can do.
Yeah.
So next has got to be space, right? He's got to go to outer space.
He's gonna do the coffin drop from the sun.
Yeah.
He'll be melting. Yeah, coffin drop from the moon. Yeah, space.
Off the moon through the sun.
Yeah.
And he'd probably walk away with like a cut shoulder or something. That'll be it. Because he's fucking lucky, man. He's lucky he's not paralyzed already.
Oh my god, I watched some clickbait article from Ringside Wrestling. You know Ringside Wrestling, right?
What are they saying?
I was reading this, right? The Rock interrupts AEW collision. Tony Khan responds. So I was reading it, right? That's the title, right? The headline title. The Rock interrupts AEW Collision. Tony Khan responds. Fans tuned into tonight's episode of AEW Collision were greeted by a surprise as the show ended early and
Or
instead
Black
began
Adam.
airing. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I heard about this. It wasn't like the fucking Rock bust in. It's
Fed
scheduled.
wrestling. Man. And Tony Khan had to say something about this. We're having technical problems with our studio transmission of Saturday Night AEW Collision tonight. I'm sorry for the inconvenience to all of you great fans. He didn't say anything about it. He just said there was technical problems. And
Unrelated, right?
yeah.
Right. It wasn't related to The Rock.
That's ringside wrestling, man. The Rock. The Rock burst into TNT, right? TNT. I don't know. Their studios of TNT is Warner Brothers, so I don't know exactly if TNT has its own separate studios, right? They own part. They go, cut this off. Burn the Black Adam.
No, he just walks in and throws a fucking wad of cash at Tony Khan.
Yeah.
I'm buying this.
TKO's buying AEW now. Can you imagine?
That's what'll end up happening, you know.
What? So yeah, so they sold the prick.
When Shad Khan's sick of financing this thing, he'll be like, right, just fucking close this thing down and get the tape library sold, and it'll be the same as WCW.
It's a funny headline. The brick. I know you like to call him a brick. Fans, Kofi Kingston plus fans. Okay.
Are they saying that? Are they saying that they cut the show short?
Yeah, technical problems.
Technical issues, so they could show Black Adam.
Yeah. Maybe The Rock did do something.
Or was there technical issues, and then because of that, they showed Black Adam?
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, that's what it seemed.
So it wasn't scheduled?
No.
Right.
Maybe The Rock did bust in.
Maybe. Of all the things that you could show, you show The Rock. It would have been funnier if like AEW had technical issues, so here's an episode of Raw.
Or old
Here's a
episode
competently
of WCW.
produced TV show.
Or old Nitro episode. Like
But they've been having some technical issues in all WWE.
You know what we haven't really talked about? Surprisingly, we haven't talked about the death of Sabu.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Man.
I mean, let's be honest, it's the surprise he was still alive at that age.
It's surprised a lot of ECW wrestlers are still alive.
Yeah. I mean, I was shocked that New Jack went that late as well.
Yeah, New Jack a couple years ago. But you still got like Sandman alive, Raven, Stevie Richards.
Sandman's a shock as well.
Yeah.
He's still
Tommy
going.
Dreamer.
Well, Dreamer not so much because he wasn't. I don't think he was. He didn't have the same kind of lifestyle as what Sandman and Sabu had. At least I don't think he did.
Oh, Sabu was crazy.
Yeah.
It's like he's crazy. Sabu Sabu was iconic in the wrestling industry, especially ECW. But the scars all over, the matches he had, especially with the creative variations of different kind of using a chair, right? He was so creative at how to use a chair and stuff, right? And high flying moves, right?
Yeah.
He barely didn't talk either. He didn't really talk, right?
He didn't have to. He was like, and he didn't mind putting himself through a table the wrong way as well. He was like,
there's some people who
nuts,
think, there's some people who think in the industry that work with him think that he actually botched on purpose, and I gotta believe that. I think he does botch on purpose at times.
Or did. Doesn't anymore. I mean, unless his death was a botch.
Yeah, his death was a
botch.
botch.
How he died. It was like a heart attack or what happened? Don't even know.
Oh. Yeah, it's just. I mean, I didn't watch a lot of ECW like in the early '90s, right? Because it was hard to get to watch AEW. It wasn't really like nationally televised or anything where I am, because like that's until I feel like it was too late when it got nationally televised. It was too late.
Yeah.
ECW
Yeah,
was basically
I never watched it either.
yeah, right. It wasn't like I knew about it, right? I knew about ECW, but it wasn't. It didn't have. It didn't have kind of the attention of WCW and WWE had because obviously WCW and WWE had well, TV basically primetime TV all over the world, right?
Yeah.
ECW didn't, and ECW was kind of like more. I mean, it's not technically independent because it is a company, but it
But it
felt
looked
like
indie
independent.
though. Yeah, but it
Yeah,
looked like it.
yeah,
That's why I was
exactly.
never into it. Because it was on TV over here. Or on Sky TV. But it just looked way too indie for me.
And look, they produce a lot of good wrestlers, but a lot of the rest, like a lot of it was shit too. Like, but they do have produced a lot of good wrestlers over times. And Sabu was definitely like Sabu was never gonna work. I mean, he went to WCW like at the beginning when Nitro started. He was in WCW for a few months.
He was in WWE as well for a bit.
Yeah, his style would never work in WCW.
I don't know. They could.
He went back right
WCW
away.
never really had a style though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but WB I mean he stayed with ECW, but his style would have worked in W in EC in WWE once he got to the Attitude Era.
Well, his
Right.
style worked. His style would have worked if ECW was kept as a separate brand and still run like ECW,
Mm-hmm.
like the one night stand shows, and not like that dog shit that they tried to do.
No way. Yeah. That was not ECW. Just
Well,
ECW name
it
only.
ended up just being like it ended up just being like a light version of a WWE show because I had loads of
It's
like
nothing ECW
guys from their
related.
roster. It wasn't even all ECW roster guys.
No, a lot of them didn't even last long. Like some of them left like right away.
Yeah, and they changed the belt as well. The belt looked weird, like a big silver belt. Remember?
Yeah, it was horrible shit, man. ECW. Remember they tried to get some bigger stars on ECW at that time. They had a big show. I think like Kurt Angle for a little bit.
Yeah.
Matt Hardy, Christian.
Well, they were
Nothing.
gonna have Benoit win the title before he murdered his family.
Yeah, nothing was working for that ECW.
No, but
Okay,
I think Benoit being champion would have helped him.
maybe.
Then he decided to kill his family.
Well, the thing is, ECW definitely helped contribute to him killing his family because he was in ECW and his style of work. Well, look, here's the thing about Benoit.
Is that what we're blaming now? Is it we're blaming
No,
WWE ECW?
I'm blaming Benoit because we mentioned this guy earlier, Dynamite Kid. Dynamite Kid's inspiration for Benoit
Yeah.
because their style, right? Benoit's style was based off Dynamite Kid.
Yeah, he
And
used the headbutt, diving headbutt.
yeah,
Should we Dynamite Kids?
and when you're ECW, when you're using, remember back in the WWE, or wrestling in general, getting hit in the steel head, getting hit in the head was normal. Nobody knew about fucking concussions. People just said back, well, they knew about concussions, but they didn't know about the severity of concussions. It's just like, oh, you got hit in the head, brush it off, right? Brush it
Yeah.
off, right? Even in the 2000s, right? Concussions didn't become a truly a serious issue. Maybe 2010 decade,
Well, it
maybe
was
late.
when they discovered CTE.
Yeah,
That was later.
the thing is, I think back then getting hit in the head should tell you something.
Mm.
Like, come on, like a steel chair. And yeah, Benoit used to do a headbutt all the time. Um, a lot of wrestlers do not do a headbutt like that, right?
Yeah,
There's
but he
so
wasn't. But even the diving headbutt, he wasn't really connecting full force with his head.
yeah,
More of his shoulder. If you look
yeah.
at it, if you really look at it when you're
But
watching
how
him
does he
doing it.
protect his head though? Like he has to protect his head, right? Make sure it
Yeah,
doesn't hit
but
the
it
mat.
doesn't. But it doesn't really bounce off anything.
Yeah, because you see with because you see not a diving headbutt, but you see like wrestlers do a headbutt. Like Rhea Ripley does a headbutt, right? But there's probably they know how to hit someone with a headbutt, right? Like they probably like have a hand, make sure their other hand's in front, so
I don't
their
even
head.
think she really connects. I think it's just
Yeah, well, that's probably true.
she just kind of ducks down and gets
Yeah,
them in the shoulder, maybe.
because in wrestling, when you're punching, right? When you're punching, if you watch slow motion wrestling, like here's the thing, a lot of here's the thing. If you watch slow motion wrestling, punches, right? Your opponent holds their opponent's head with their hand, right? And that's where the punch lands in the hand,
Yeah.
right? You obviously don't see it in fast motion. It doesn't look like that in fast motion, but if you slow it down, you see it. You see it with them when they ram their head into the head post. The person who's ramming their head in the head post, they get their hands up in time, right? Because obviously they'll be knocked out. Except Goldberg.
Yeah, Goldberg just goes head first through everything.
Yeah. Goldberg doesn't do that. Goldberg doesn't do that.
He starts bleeding everywhere.
You know what's funny? I hate that. Like, what's funny? Like, I hate. Like, I know wrestlers get offended by saying wrestling is saying wrestling is fake. If I was a wrestler, I'd be like, no shit, it's fake. It was real. We'd all be dead.
Or an MMA.
Or MMA.
There would be title changes every week. It wouldn't be like
Yeah. The thing is, so ECW, I mean, look, the top talent in ECW were not exactly the best wrestlers. Sandman couldn't wrestle for shit.
Yeah, but that's not what it was about back then. It wasn't really about wrestling.
But they had some good wrestlers. Taz was good in the ring. He didn't even realize in the hardcore style, but he was good in the ring. They had Benoit, Malenko, Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, Jericho. Those guys were good in the ring, right? But Raven, I think, is very underrated because I think Raven could actually wrestle, but he didn't have to do that much in ECW. But Salmon couldn't wrestle. Tommy Dreamer could wrestle a bit. But I agree with most of you. Someone that look, you know what's a great ECW wrestler? Fucking Mike Awesome. That guy would have been a star.
He was also dead.
Yeah. But he was so damn good. The athletic as hell too, man. He could do like a shooting star press.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame, man. Some of them were alright. RVD should have been pushed a lot higher than what he was.
Oh, RVD was a good wrestler too, right? Like,
yeah.
So that's the thing about like the Attitude Era. You watch the Attitude Era, WWE, because that's kind of, let's be honest, it's kind of inspired by the ECW, right? Right, a little bit, the edginess and all that. A lot of them, the wrestling wasn't exactly that great either in the Attitude Era, because it wasn't really about the wrestling in the Attitude Era.
No.
And they had some good wrestlers. Like a per match.
Yeah, but they were not the ones getting pushed. It was the characters.
Yeah, it was the characters. Exactly. Same with WCW, man. Guys like Hogan was getting pushed all the time. The guy was like 50 at the time. He couldn't fucking move.
He wasn't 50, he was in his 40s.
Yeah, I think every main eventer in WCW then was like in their 40s at the time, or at least 35 and up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, they were all in their 40s pretty much, like Nash, Hogan, they were all 40 plus.
WWE Warner Bros. Discovery is incompetent when Brock's AEW show. Not AEW's fault. The fans didn't come and booking any other shows at all right now. AEW is a fan, man. Oh, man.
Well, they might well be. I'm not, like, nothing really is exciting me.
I'll say,
I really want to go back to watch it.
SmackDown is hard to watch on Netflix for 3 hours.
Is it still 3 hours?
Yeah, but apparently it's going to go back to 2 next month.
Right.
Finbar, I'm finding it hard to watch wrestling on Netflix.
I'm finding it hard to watch wrestling full stop at the minute, Aaron. I've got to be honest. Like I don't make an effort for it anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, some people feel like that because WWE is kind of done that leading into WrestleMania, the interest in actually coming out of it. Yeah. I think the John Cena thing, I think a lot of people are like not on board with the John Cena heel turn.
Maybe I'll give AEW a shot then. For a bit. I don't know. I don't think so. I think I'm just going to end up dipping in and out probably. Like I'll keep an eye on it and see what's happening.
Oh, you should join me on my other stream on my other channel then. You go me and Blinded, you
talking about movies again. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Could do.
Do you want to
I did go see Thunderbolt, so I am sort of keeping up now.
Well, there's some bitch. Red knows there's some bitch. YouTuber that Tony's done. I told you about her. Who thinks
Yeah.
Fantastic Four is going to make 400 million at the box office.
Are we saying that's not happening?
I'm not. I'm saying it's not happening. I don't think you can. I think you can agree.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you know? So you're saying it won't make
It will say
400?
make more. It'll make more than 400.
Should do, yeah. It's got RDJ in it.
I don't know if that's RGJ in it. It's just it's Fantastic
I'm
Four. And it's
fairly
not,
sure I'm fairly sure he is in it. It's
they
confirmed.
haven't confirmed it. They're just assuming it.
No, they haven't confirmed, but I've heard that he is.
I think he's in it. It's a yeah. I think he's in it.
He's
I
got.
don't know about an actual film, but maybe a cameo. But I think he's in it.
Yeah. He's not going to be like big in it, but he's definitely got to be in it.
It is the last movie for Doomsday, right? There's no other movie coming out.
Yeah, and also when you see where it's going to end, it's going to end with him leaving that.
Well, yeah, I'm becoming Thunderbolts. Yeah.
So yeah, he's got to be in it. I think it's going to make. It's going to make about 600. I think maybe more. I don't know. I'm not making any bets on it though. Too unpredictable now. But yeah, we'll talk. We are talking. We'll get to that because I want to see Superman as well first.
Well, it does come out first. Superman.
Yeah, I mean, 2 weeks later, Fantastic Four, right?
Superman talk is my god, exhausting.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in hearing what people are going to say about it. I'm going to go watch it, see what I think.
Well, I know there's certain people that I talk about that they fucking hate just anything. They can't have nothing valid to say, making the points about why it's gonna flop. They just have to nitpick everything. Like some stupid little thing. This is why it's gonna flop, not do well because of this little thing, Finbar. You know, it's kind of like the Lipiverse, like. It's like Sturgis.
We'll worry about all that later. We talk about that on the movie show, huh?
Praise Sturgis. I saw that TJ thing. Praise Sturgis. If you know what we're talking about. I saw you retweet that.
Which one?
We got 5 minutes left before Raw. Are you watching it live tonight?
No, I'm gonna go to bed. I'll maybe probably try and watch it tomorrow if I can. The schools go back tomorrow, so I'll probably try and watch it when the kids at school.
Nice.
We'll see.
So we're gonna try to get Cora Jade as an interview.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll just keep hassling her in that group. Get Red on it.
We know her email, right? She has her email in her profile, right?
Yeah, but I think her inbox is just going to be full of creeps, man.
She did put her email out there, man. What do you think? It's like, look, she's hot. What do you think is going to happen?
We've got more chance of her answering us in the C Nation than her email.
She'll think it's John Cena. We'll see. I think what happened. I think we can get her. Look, I have 1,000 subs. I got a bit of an audience. We're not creeps. Maybe you'll tell her, listen, we got to be professional. We're not like Fightful or Melts or anybody like that. You know, that suck up to these people. Yeah, we're real.
Yeah, Melts is a creep, and so is Sean Ross Sapp. We're not creeps.
I mean, Meltzer basically called Cora Jade, and who's the other one? Gigi Dolan, like lazy.
Well, I mean, we've never called them that.
Yeah.
So we're already one up.
Yeah. In fact, we praise them, right? We praise them. Oh, and if we ever got Gigi Dolan, I bet you totally gonna be like, "Can I join?"
No. He left. He's not allowed. Not allowed to talk to her.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. He left. Traitor.
Pitch in and pay for it. I'll line you on stream. Right. Can we do that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. We'll have to be on stream, right? We'll have to show our faces. She probably won't do it if we don't show our faces.
Right. That can be arranged.
Yeah, like no wrestler's gonna go into an interview with people that are hiding behind Avatar. That's gonna be, to them, that'll be fucking creepy and strange as hell.
Yeah. Especially when you're just sitting there and all you can hear is you know what I mean?
Yeah, we can make coordinator a co-host.
Yeah, we'll make that happen. Red, get on that one.
Yeah, Red, you're my agent, my agent, my manager, whatever. Okay, for the
Agent of
AW.
Chaos.
Yeah.
Right. We better go. Raw's coming on. Better get moving, man.
We can, we can get the shoot on WWE. Get the what they really feel. Get. All right, Finbar, we should close it out because it's a couple minutes.
Yeah, let's
So
do it.
when you're free next, buddy.
If we go early on Friday, I can do Friday.
Okay, I can do early Friday. I mean, I'll stream on my main channel on Friday. I can do early Friday, so that's good.
You're streaming on your main channel on Friday?
No, I don't.
Right. When are you talking movies?
I usually talk movies Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays at night, but I think you're not. I think you're usually busy. And then Saturdays, Sundays, I usually do it during afternoon my time. Before
Right.
Saturday before Tony, Sunday, same time.
If
Usually.
I'm available this week and it's early enough, if you drop me the link, I'll pop in on the movies and talk to you. And
All right.
Friday.
Yeah. All right.
See
All
what
right.
happens.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm back on this channel. I'd like to thank Red. Oh, excuse me. I just burped. If we ever interview someone, I cannot burp. That's for sure. But yeah, so I'm back on this channel. Thank you for Red becoming a member of SmackDown Talent and those all those super chats. Obviously, you could for people that are listening now or in the future if they come across this stream, do the same thing. Subscribes, join membership, and if there's my other channel, I think my other channel is in the description down below, or that could be my main channel. Oh no, it's not in the description down below my main channel. Well, so I'll promote that on my main channel then. All right.
Fix it in post, man.
Yeah. Like, share, subscribe, comment below, all that. Sometimes I'll just say this. Sometimes if there's something that catches my eye in Raw tonight, I think needs to be talked about, I might make a video on that. I'm gonna try to get if I could get fucking clips from Raw and hopefully hit, because sometimes they are hit or miss swim bar. So sometimes they get like 1,000, sometimes they get like over 10,000.
As long as you don't get a claim or a strike, you got to watch what you're doing.
Yeah, that's weird.
The way you do it, though, the way you film the screen seems to work. Right.
Yeah.
Maybe just keep doing that.
Yeah. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment.